Welcome to the overview presentation of IIG's kits pricing and grouping in the sales order enhancement. What this enhancement does, it gives you the ability to group stock and non-stock items using the kit specification program. So if you have the ability to define an item as being the kit, and for it define certain stock items and non-stock items that would be loaded into the sales order when this item is entered. You also have the ability to define options, and the system during the order entry, it will ask you for this option and would load the items that are linked to this, that are set up for each of these options into the sales order. So what gets changed in the stock item, we add a checkbox called group, is a group. So basically what that means is if you have a kit specification entry, the components, stock and non-stock items are grouped together for the purpose of loading them into the sales order. This other checkbox, kit pricing, basically what that means is that only this item would have a price. All the components grouped together would be loaded as zero price. Again, it's optional. You could decide to do it or not. And basically for the options, let's look for the options. And the option kit, you have the ability to enter if the for the USB card that was set up as an option, if they select 64, then load a quantity one of this item, or if they select the option 32, load a quantity one of this other option. So then what happens in the sales order entry, if you are adding a new sales order to the system, you have the ability by using this button here, select the item. This is the item that is set up that we just reviewed. So if I click on add and close, the system would load all those stock and non-stock items that I have linked to this into the sales order for me. Notice that we had an option, so it also is showing us the option, allowing us to select one. Now, if you recall, I had two options. One of them I have set up as required, so I have to make an entry there. So in this case, I will select the 62 gigabyte. This one is not optional, so I don't have to select it. So if I click on OK now, what the system would do, it would basically go to my kit specification and it would load all the items, stock and non-stock, and the optional items all into the sales order for me. Now, notice that because I had also checked the kit pricing, only this item has a price, all the other items are loaded as a zero price. It's very important to mention that all we've done is grouped items. So if I process this, create a shipment, invoice them, each one of these items would have to be shipped. Each one of these items would show up on the invoice. So it's not a kit and component relationship. These are all regular items as if they were entered into the sales order. All we've done is we've streamlined that process. Thank you for the overview presentation. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call.